It is Thursday, July 9th. It is time to get in the weeds. I'm Jeremy Lambert. That is SP3. Plenty to talk about today. AEW Dynamite, Beach Break, the greatest AEW show in history, and then other stuff I'm sure that we'll get into. I want to get your thoughts on the Bear finale because I did watch that. So I do want to talk about that a little bit. And then I'm sure we'll have other stuff to discuss as well. How you doing,
We
buddy?
gotta play. We gotta play Arrow Ball. We gotta now beat. We gotta beat all the other games because we beat
Okay,
82-0 on Tuesday.
that's true. That is true.
and,
Yeah. All right, we
and we
both.
got best matches. It's Thursday. Y'all know what that means. It's time for me and Jeremy to talk some graps, to get into some things. We got a lot to discuss when it comes to the world of pro wrestling, especially with AEW Dynamite Beach Break and what it means for the AEW World Championship and AEW Women's World Championship title pictures heading into All in London, because I think both pictures got very interesting after last night. So we're going to discuss all of that. We got a new international champion to discuss. How over is Andrade's How You Know, because he had to drop it twice on one show. Let's go.
Not as over as Kenny Omega's catchphrase. I've been told.
Wow. Good night. Bang. Let's go. But yeah, no, good times. Good times last night. One of the best AEW Dynamite episodes. I think it's definitely the best of the year, and I think it's probably one of the best like all time. When you have like two killer matches, all timer moment, Kenny Omega becoming a two-time champion, an all-timer set and arena
Yeah.
that they were competing in. That was a great set that was just different and unique, and you're gonna remember it as well. So, top to bottom, one of the best AEW television shows ever. So, good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I did like the unique set. It was, the outdoor venue as well. They typically do the beach break with kind of the unique set, but some years they kind of half-ass it. This year
Yep.
they did. This year because they were in Florida and not Cleveland, and they were actually in the beaches. They did not really half-ass it this year.
No,
So I did
I
appreciate
agree.
that with the
I
beach
agree
break.
because we're gonna go right into everything that went down on the show yesterday. The show was from Orlando, Florida, from Disney MGM Studios. Our host was Tony Schiavone and Larry Sabisco. We're coming off the heels of Hulk Hogan being the third man in the NWO at Bash of the Beach the night prior. And the show kicked off with Dean Malenko versus Rey Mysterio for the WCW Cruiserweight Championship. I thought this was an excellent matchup to start off. Rey Mysterio being one of the newer guys, he just debuted last month at the Great American Bash. I think that, he's moving very well. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him.
I actually fell asleep during this match. Dean Malenko is like the most boring wrestler of all time to
This
me.
is ridiculous.
As much as I
This is
like Rey
ridiculous.
Mysterio, Dean Malenko, he's so boring, dude. Like,
You have no class and no culture.
let me put on another hold. Oh, like no real emotion. I know he's Iceman or anything. I'm just not a fan of Dean Malenko. Rey Mysterio, great, but this match nearly put me to sleep. Honestly, I gotta admit.
He was a
But
technician.
4 stars, 4 stars.
Of course, of
Yeah.
course. Just let me crap all over this and then say 4 star. They worked really well together. Then he had Gene Orkelin. He had a backstage interview with the Nasty Boys and the Steiner brothers. And then we had a Blood Runs Cold promo. Who do you think is behind these Blood Run Cold
It's
promos?
very Mortal Kombat,
Yeah,
right?
it's very
I'm
Mortal
looking
Kombat.
forward. I'm looking forward to this. This feels like it's gonna be a real top player in the company.
I think so. I think like he could go on like an undefeated streak, maybe beat Hulk Hogan in Atlanta and stuff like that, because we're not going to use that on anyone better. They might as well use it on the Blood Runs Cold guy.
I'm with that. I like that idea.
Then you had Hugh Morris and Big Bubba of the Dungeon of Doom with Jimmy Hart in their corner versus the Blue Bloods with Earl Robert Eden and Jeeves in their corner. This is a nothing match. This is more up your alley. It was only like 3 minutes in out. They're still doing this John Tenta versus Big Bubba feud, which is so annoying because they have never produced even a good minute of pro wrestling.
Dare you? Big Bubba's hitting him with the quarters and everything. This is great stuff. This is pure pro wrestling right here. Wait, you want them to go like 20 minutes? Have a 20-minute tag team match when it doesn't need to be? No.
It's a nothing matchup. They were more focused on Big Bubba and John Tenta.
That's fine. Advance the feud.
I'm not interested in this feud. What's
all right? Big Bubba hater over here.
I mean, maybe I am. Maybe you should be. I don't know. But we got another great cruiserweight matchup up next. You had Eddie Guerrero going one-on-one with Psychosis. This one did not get too much time either. It got 8 minutes, 35 seconds, but they made the most of their minutes, and Eddie got the win with the frog splash. Eddie looked good out there. I think that if he ever got like a heel turn, I think Eddie Guerrero could be a world champion.
This was so much better than the Malenko and Mysterio match. Psychosis is one of the absolute best wrestlers in the world. Doesn't get enough credit, honestly. Doesn't get enough credit. Top tier leg drop from Psychosis. And yeah, Eddie Guerrero looks like he could have something if they actually decide to go with it for him. I just don't know if they're actually gonna, go full bore with him.
Yeah, I don't know. He might have to move to WWE. Do you think that Vince would treat him well if he went to WWE? Maybe if he goes to WWE with like 3 of his friends.
Yeah, potentially, maybe.
Yeah. You never know. Gene Okerlund then interviewed the Dungeon of Doom WCW World Champion, the Giant, Kevin Sullivan, and Jimmy Hart. Of course, Hulk Hogan is brought up and all this nonsense. Sullivan highlights this interview by actually making sense for once. He says Hogan took away from him what he had spent the last 18 months trying to do by destroying Hulkamania. So he's basically mad at Hogan for destroying Hulkamania the way he's been trying to by joining the NWO, which was quite hilarious.
I mean, it made sense because I didn't know how they were going to do this. Like, they have been trying to destroy Hulk Hogan in one of the greatest feuds of all time, the Dungeon of Doom against trying to end Hulkamania. So Sullivan should be mad at this. It's better that he's mad than be like, well, what are we supposed to do now? Hulk Hogan's gone. So now you have a reason to do a Dungeon of Doom feud with the Hogan's group now. Because Hogan's going after the title. Like, he does his big heel turn. He ain't doing. He's Hulk Hogan, brother. That title's coming to Hulk Hogan. I hate to tell everybody, Hogan's winning that title.
He's gonna brother him up. Yeah. Drop that leg on the Giant. 1, 2, 3, yeah. But yeah. It seems like they were teasing that the Giant was going to clash with Hogan and soon. Next, we get Rick and Scott Steiner versus the Nasty Boys. Another match that's more up your alley, not for me. This was very plotting and very slow. The Nasty Boys are some of like the worst workers I've seen in a while, and I love the Steiner brothers, but Nasty Boys did not make the best dance partners here. What did you think?
I mean, look, as much as I enjoy matches like this, the Nasty Boys aren't good. They're not. I'm not gonna pretend like the Nasty Boys are good. They're hilarious in how bad they are, which I do respect and appreciate. But I'm not gonna pretend like they're actually good because they're not.
Yeah. Plus, you had the nonsense with Colonel Rob Parker getting involved, hitting knobs with the pipe. Yeah, he is funny. Him and Sherry make a good couple.
Yeah.
So that's all that matters. And then we start hour 2, Jeremy. So you know what that means. It's time to switch up the commentators. Eric Bischoff and Bobby the Brain Heenan are here. Who do you prefer? Do you prefer Eric and Bobby or Tony and Larry?
I wish we could get Tony and Bobby. That would be my preference. Is Tony and Bobby. For this particular episode, I liked Eric and Bobby better, though. Coming off the Hogan heel turn, I thought Eric and Bobby added more.
Yeah, even though I have a feeling that Eric Bischoff is going to turn heel one day. He just
Really?
comes off very swarmy.
He needs to just stay on comment. I don't need Bischoff being like part of the show. That sounds terrible.
He just seems very swarmy. He doesn't feel like how Tony Schiavone makes me feel. Tony
Nah.
Schiavone makes me feel genuine goodness. Like he can never say anything wrong. Like he would be great even in 2026.
Eric Bischoff just needs to stick to commentary. I don't want him being part of the show in any type of way. I know like he's already been jacked around by Nash and Hall, so like he's kind of already there, but just be a commentator. Don't do anything further than that.
Hey, that angle at Great American Bash was incredible though.
It was great. But again, I don't need Eric Bischoff like being involved in anything bigger than that. You're a commentator who got power bombed. All right, the wrestlers can fight for you, not you.
Fair. That's fair. Then we had WCW United States Champion Ric Flair with Elizabeth, Deborah, and Woman. This guy's greedy. Versus Jim Powers. Of course, Ric Flair got the win. He needed assistance on the leverage for the figure four for Jim Powers. Jim Powers.
Yeah, why is Jim Powers like getting a title match? What did he do to earn a title match?
I don't know. I don't know. Jim Powers I've only seen on WCW Saturday Night. Who watches that anymore?
I feel like he's never won a match in his WCW run, so I have no idea why he's just getting this random U.S. title match.
You might be right. You might be right. That might have been his first win. But then we hear from the Horsemen, Saints, Chris Benoit. They are talking about Hulk Hogan joining the NWO as well. Arn says that the Horsemen never pretended or claimed to be role models, but Hulk Hogan did, and now he's just scum. Mongo mentions something about the apocalypse being here, and it's all about the Four Horsemen. He's definitely a X-Men comic book reader. And Flair doesn't concern himself with Hogan. He just reminds us that the champ can go all night long. Woo!
I love how Ric Flair still got to be Ric Flair. He's like, yeah, Hulk Hogan has turned, hostile takeover type stuff. And Flair's like, yeah, who really cares? I'm about to fuck tonight.
He's like,
gotta respect
I'm about
it.
to clap some cheeks.
Yeah.
Woo!
Gotta respect it. Like, I don't care about this Hogan stuff. Whatever. I've been battling him anyway. It ain't gonna stop me. Ain't gonna stop me from getting laid or laying pipe.
Clap them cheeks. Woo! Then you have Eric Bischoff reminds us that Lex Luger, who went out on a stretcher the night prior at Bash at the Beach, they don't have any updates on his condition. If you don't have an update on his condition, I don't need this segment that is supposed to be an update.
No, this is fine. Like, it was a big deal coming out of the show last night. Why? The fans want an update. I mean, it would be nice if they had an update, but it's better than just ignore it. You want them to ignore that Lex got taken out on a stretcher? That would have been bad. At least they said, here, we're doing something where Lex got taken out. We don't have an update, but we will acknowledge that he got taken out. No, this was,
We're just acknowledging he got taken out. We don't
you're
have
being
an update
harsh.
on it.
You're being harsh here.
They didn't call the hospital. It's quite obvious they did. They didn't call the hospital.
You're being
They
harsh
didn't
on
get no
this one.
update. Then we get Chris Benoit versus Sergeant Greg Pittman with Teddy Long in his corner. Of course, Benoit gets the win. He locks on the crippler crossface. Pittman doesn't give, so Teddy Long jumps in the ring to call for the bell. And this was the debut of what they're calling the crippler crossface. It looks like a finisher that I'm sure will benefit him in the future, even though I don't think he has a bright future here in WCW. Or a bright future in general.
Next.
Then finally, it was the main event time. You had Sting versus Arn Anderson. which I was confused. I was like, shouldn't it be like Sting versus someone from the NWO, considering what happened last night? But instead, we're doing infighting. We're doing WCW on WCW violence here. So Sting, he gets the win with the Scorpion Deathlock, picking up the victory here. This got plenty of time. It got over 10 minutes. I thought they worked really well with one another. Not like a very good matchup or anything, but just fine for the main event spot. This is what we tend to expect from Nitro. 1 to 2 star matchup, and we're satisfied.
Yeah, it was a WCW Nitro main event. Sting winning was at least the right call.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
But I do question why he was wrestling after last night being in the main event and that kind of turn with everything.
Exactly.
It felt like he should have, not been wrestling here. I they were never going to wrestle the NWO guys because it would have made no sense
on TV yet.
Yeah, it would have made no sense for them to let's just wrestle a Nitro main event after this big turn. So that wouldn't have made sense at all. But Sting wrestling, but who else were they going to have though? Like Sting and Savage are their top guys. Maybe you could have done like a giant title defense in the main event. But I don't know against who, because they're kind of low on baby faces. If Lex is out, Sting and Savage wrestling, questionable. Hogan just turned, so who else are you going to really put in that spot? You can do Giant and Arn. I realize that's heel and heel, but it's not like they haven't done that before.
Exactly. Should have done Sting getting a shot at the Giant for the WCW Championship. That's what I would have done. Book a big match. Pop a big rating. I feel like this product is good enough that it can beat WWE for the next 83 weeks.
What's WWE? You keep saying WWE. What is that?
I mean WWF. WWF for the next 83 weeks.
All right. You keep saying WWE. I'm like, what?
My bad.
Huh?
My bad. Future is talking for me. My bad. Then finally we get Gene Okerlund, who comes out to interview Sting. Sting gives a really good promo. He says he should have known Hulk Hogan would be the third man when Hulk didn't want to travel with Savage, Luger, and himself. Hulk was too busy making movies and coming in for little cameo appearances. When Hulk was walking on the dark side, Sting says that he should have known when Hulk called him, Luger, and Savage, little dogs waiting for a chance to wrestle the great Hulk Hogan. Sting made a mistake, but Hogan made a bigger mistake by rejecting the 3 demandments. He says that it's a good thing Hulk told his fans to believe in something because they sure couldn't believe in him. Hulk told the kids to stick it. No, you stick it, Hulk. You stick it. Randy Savage comes out. He gets some mic time. He says he can't tell us what he wants to do to Hulk on TV, especially here at Disney, the happiest place on earth. If you take the worst thing you could think of and multiply it by 9 million, then multiply it by infinity and beyond, yes, he is Buzz Lightyear. It would be like 1 grain of sand in the Sahara Desert, brother, because it's really, really scary thinking of what he's going to do to Hulk. Dig it! And then we come back to Gene Okerlund, who is standing beside the Outsiders. Nash puts over Hulk, says that he'll be at Nitro next week. Nash is still doing that Hall is still doing the Razor Ramon shtick, and this segment ends Nitro. That's how Nitro ends. Just an interview with the Outsiders. No brawling, no physicality. Kind of lame ending, but I did like the promo from Sting and Savage.
Yeah, Hogan not showing up after all that was pretty lame. It felt like they should have said Hogan is not going to be here. He'll be here next week. But I guess it kind of makes sense because Sting was like, Hogan doesn't travel with everybody else, and then here's Hogan not showing up. But it still feels like Hall and Nash should have, Hogan's not going to be here. He'll be here next week. And then Hogan beats their ass. He jumps them from behind. And then it once again ends with the NWO standing tall. Sting's promo just made Hogan look beastly. This dude came in, little brothered us to death, and didn't want any parts of us. He's like, yeah, you guys are beneath me. I'm like, hell yeah, that rules. At least Savage, showed some hatred of like, I don't care what he did, I'm gonna murder him. Like, all right, I can get behind that. But Sting just sounded kind of whiny. Like, I knew Hogan was bad because he didn't want to. Then you should have turned on him first, dude. Why'd you trust him for so long, idiot? But Sting's always been kind of an idiot. I love him, but I mean, he's always
getting turned on. To be fair, he is always getting turned on. So poor little thing. So yeah, that was all for the July 8th, 1996 edition of WCW Nitro.
Good show. I mean, not the greatest follow-up to the big angle of Bash at the Beach, but fun show overall. Good setting. Definitely like the setting.
Definitely like the setting.
Yeah, Disney. Yeah, that was good. Did you watch Raw?
No. I wanted to keep my focus on WCW.
Yeah, same. Yeah, coming off the pay-per-view, I didn't really care about Raw. Yeah. I assume Shawn Michaels
I heard it was
beat
taped
somebody.
Anyway. It was taped anyway.
Oh, Shawn Michaels beat somebody with a super kick that wouldn't win a 2-year-old karate tournament, I assume. You know,
it was probably the one where they announced the replacement for Ultimate Warrior in the 6-man tag at International Incident.
What happened? What happened last night on Raw?
Let's see what happened last night on Raw. So I'm gonna read this in the tone of Tony Schiavone. The Ultimate Warrior defeated Owen Hart via disqualification. Good luck with that one. Savio Vega defeated Justin Bradshaw. that Bradshaw dude never win a world title. He was with Uncle Zebediah, or as I like to call him, Dutch Mantel, when he used to work here at WCW. And Davey Boy Smith and Vader with Jim Cornette and Diana Hart Smith defeated the Godwins with Hillbilly Jim. Yeah, that'll put butts in the seats. And in the opening segment, Gorilla Monsoon announced that the Ultimate Warrior was indefinitely suspended for failing to appear at 3 recent house show events.
He wrestled on this show, though.
That's what's funny. Monsoon offered to allow Warrior to return if he posted an appearance bond to assure the fans he would in fact appear when advertised. It also featured a closing segment in which Shawn Michaels and Ahmed Johnson revealed to Jim Cornette and the world that their new partner in Warrior's place at International Incident would be Psycho Sid.
Oh shit, Sid's back?
Psycho Sid is back. Let's go. I'm gonna watch. Now I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch next week.
Yeah. All right. If Sid's there, that's a good counter.
This might have to become a recurring bit because it's literally perfect of 30 years. 30 years. We're now 30 years on.
What do you mean bit?
No, but I'm pulling back the curtain. I'm sorry. Okay. Mark Calloway's talking, not The Undertaker. But basically, the reason why I did this today is because I just realized that we're 30 years to the day. It's July 8th, 1996, Nitro, and last night was the July 8th AEW Dynamite 2026.
Dude, I'd much rather watch these old WCW and WWE shows than the current stuff. Much rather review this stuff. Yeah, SP3 just tells me, like, I have a bit to start the show. Just go with it. I was like, I don't know what this is. So, fortunately, I remembered enough of the show to fake my way through that. But, yes. All right. Louis says, bring back the Mega Powers. Not sure that's possible.
Impossible.
Thoughts on number 2 promotion, NWA working with the WWF? Jeff Jarrett will somehow benefit from this.
Always Jeff Jarrett will benefit from it. You guys talked about Dark Side of the Ring yesterday?
No, I was about to ask you if you watched it. I didn't watch it until yesterday after we finished the show. You watched it? What'd you think of it?
I thought it was really fun. Yeah. I do understand now why Dixie Carter decided not to take part in this.
Yeah, they buried the shit out of her.
Yo, they buried her. They just kept digging the hole, and then Karen Angle was just like, I'm going to piss on the grave, too. Like,
Yeah, Karen Angle
tried
hates
to
that woman.
Yo, you can tell the vitriol in which she talked about Dixie. You can tell how much she hated her. But like Jeff Jarrett came off tremendously
He always does.
throughout both. I know he always does, but like this made him feel like the kind of unheralded hero of TNA, which he has never kind of been portrayed as that before until this documentary.
Jarrett's always so good in these things. Like, he's a good talker, right? That's how he's been around for so long and been in the positions he's been in. Like, he's a good talker. I say this in the nicest way possible, one of the carniest of the carniest out there. Like, this is who Jeff Jarrett is. Everyone knew when this was announced. It's like, oh, people are going to be like, Jeff Jarrett should get the pencil to some company because he's just so good at talking and like making you believe what he's selling. And that's exactly what happened here. Like, it's a Jeff Jarrett redemption story over and what he all went through with TNA and it being taken from him and all of this stuff. And
but I've seen this. Well, I don't know if it was the same. I don't know if it was by Vice, but I've seen I think it was by Vice. The whole puff piece they did on Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, it was
the WCW one.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if that was Dark Side.
No, that wasn't Dark Side. It was
like the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah. It was something. No, it was something from Vice. I remember that.
Yeah, it was. But I'm saying like they did like maybe it was the Who Killed WCW. That's what it was.
Yes. That's what it was. And that was like a puff piece that was trying to kind of gloss over and make Eric Bischoff's legacy look better than what it really is. Yet this did way better job of that than Who Killed WCW did for Eric Bischoff. I think most people that I saw just saw through that and was just like, oh, this is a crock of shit. But everybody that I've heard that's watched Dark Side of the Ring, the opening of the new season, is just like, oh my God, Jeff Jarrett deserves the new promotion. Jeff Jarrett should open the third promotion in the United States. So yeah, it's looking well for him. It's done an effective job of making him look like the hero of everything in TNA.
Like, I watched it and I didn't think there was like anything groundbreaking in it.
No.
I was like, oh, this is kind of stuff. I mean, Jarrett's been doing his podcast for like 5 years at this point, and he does a lot of media. I feel like he said everything that needs to be said. Like, Karen was great because she doesn't do a ton of talking and stuff. And so, like, hearing from her on things was really good. Yeah. But then you had the others, like, all right, Bischoff was there, Cornette was there, Russo was there. None of these guys took any type of, like, responsibility when it came to this. Of course.
This feels like the 4th or 5th episode of Dark Side of the Ring that has nothing to do with them, but became Jim Cornette versus Vince Russo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anytime they can make it about themselves, they do. Like, I kind of respect it, but at the same time, like, I don't need this. But Cornette's whole "did you make terroristic threats" towards Vince Russo is like, well, it depends on what you define as terroristic. That was a good line. That was a good line. Yeah, Dixie not being there, like, I know she was asked and she declined. Like, they even put that graphic on the screen, but Jarrett has said that, Husney has said that. So I know they asked and she declined. It did feel like they were just bullying the shit out of her because, like, she made a lot of mistakes and everything. She probably deserved to defend herself a little bit, but if she declined, that's on her. That's not anything. But she probably knew, like, everyone's gonna bury me no matter what I say. Like, there's not gonna be too much to where people are gonna be on my side. So I'll just fine, let the public opinion continue to be what it is when it comes to me, because, like, she's not gonna look good off of this anyway. Like, what's she gonna say is like, yeah, I tried to fuck over Jeff Jarrett and go with Hulk Hogan. Like,
yo, I think she would get so much respect from people if she just straight up said it. Like, I was trying to get more credit.
Yeah,
just be real.
Awesome Kong was very good in it. I saw Garrett point this out, but, like, no real mention of, like, Gail Kim and everything.
That was weird.
Yeah, but they kind of skipped over a lot of just the knockouts stuff outside of Awesome Kong's like small portion where she basically said we're all underpaid and why is the champion working at a bar type of thing. So, it was good. It was good because like I think these documentaries typically are good, but I think if you're looking for like something new on this, then you're probably not going to get anything that's really new.
No, I think like there was. I think they kind of skimmed over certain stuff, but nothing that I would be like, oh my god, this hurt the episode or anything like that. Because I think they could have talked more about them going to Fox Sports Net before they even got to
Fox Box.
us.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was when a lot of people that I know like started realizing that TNA was around, because I was watching TNA because I had free pay-per-view. I had the legal cable box back in the early 2000s, so I would watch TNA that way. But everybody that I know that was wrestling fans really discovered TNA when they got to Fox Sports Net. So I would have liked some more about that. I know they couldn't get anybody that works in WWE, but having someone like a Jeremy Borash would have been fun.
Yeah, Borash would have been really good.
I know Mike Tenay was axed, but he declined as well, so he would have been fun to have on there also. So
this is true, Ryan. This is good for people who don't listen to Jared's podcast. Yeah, if you haven't listened to like Jared's podcast, this probably is new information to you or different information. But again, someone like me who covers this stuff way too deeply, it's like I've heard Jeff Jarrett tell all these stories before. So, and then the other people that were part of it, it's like, all right, I don't need to hear from you.
I thought the best part, honestly, was like hearing more about the rivalry between Jerry Jarrett and Vince Russo.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought that was good, like to hear from Russo's perspective, from Jarrett, who was kind of in the middle of everything. I thought that was like a nice little thing where some people have heard of it, but it's not like common knowledge or anything like that.
I just don't need to hear anything else about Russo. That's where I'm at. But overall, it was good. I am looking forward to the third part to see how much further they can bury Dixie. Considering
we're gonna talk about the Hogan, they're probably talking about the Hogan era and his return with Global Force
Bischoff's gonna be all over the third part doing Hulk Hogan damage control, even though he's dead.
I did like that they were still burying him even though he was on the show. Bischoff.
Yeah. I mean, Hogan did way more damage than people wanna. I think most people admit it, but Bischoff's never going to admit it. But Hogan did a lot of damage.
He's a saint. Hogan is in heaven. He looks up to him and prays to Hogan every day.
Imagine Hogan on this thing telling people how he single-handedly built the company. I went back and because people posted the clip online, the January 4th episode where Hogan makes his debut and everything. What a load of shit that show is with Hogan. He's getting booed.
He was just blowing smoke up all their asses.
Oh, dude! I mean, they said it on the show, but like, Dixie was a money mark. Like, Dixie saw these big WCW names and ex-WWE names and WCW, and they knew how to play her like a fiddle, and that's exactly what they did. They're like, we're gonna get paid, we're gonna act like this is the greatest thing ever, even though I'm sure in their minds they're like, this ain't shit. And she went along with it because she didn't know any better. She probably could have had someone like Jarrett. I mean, Jarrett would have played her for different reasons, but she would have, at least been tied with the guy who started the company. But if she stayed with Jarrett instead of, wandering over to Hogan with everything, who knows how things turn out.
That was messed up, her using Jarrett for the Hogan meeting after they sent him home.
Yeah,
that's messed up. I was like, damn, she damn dirty. So I'm just gonna use you. You know about wrestling. Hogan and Bischoff know you. I'm just gonna use you as a corporate face, and then you can go back home.
Yeah. Go talk. go talk to Hulk and Eric, get them to come here, and then get your ass back home. I love how Jarrett was like they didn't know shit about TNA. You could tell they'd never watched the product, and then they're gonna come in here and act like they're the saviors of the whole thing. Like, oh, TNA still alive and kicking in 2026,
Somehow.
allegedly. Even though they're doing like the Death of TNA episode of Dark Side of the Ring, it's actually still alive. Everybody.
That really does feel like we're watching the death of TNA.
It's hilarious that like the Death of TNA has all the same people as the Death of WCW. It's like, wait, why?
Tell people something. It should tell people something, but they won't listen.
It's like, all right, we need to interview Nash, even though Nash wasn't actually on this one. But we need Nash.
They buried Nash, too.
They did.
Every time they talked about WWE guys coming over and just collecting a check,
he actually...
Nash on screen.
Yeah, he actually, like, committed, though. He was doing, like, the exhibit. Like, he was actually entertaining television. He wasn't... I mean, Hall only showed up for, once or twice anyway. Like, Booker was half-assing everything.
Yeah,
when he was in TNA.
Booker should have been the face.
Yeah.
Booker should have been the face of guys just collecting a check. Even to a certain extent, Steiner, but Steiner will never get that because of the math promo. Like,
and because he did the Frankensteiner to Samoa Joe.
Well, yeah,
when he broke that out, everyone was like, "Oh shit."
That's how he proved himself in the ring, but then after that, he just got lazy again. But then he did the math promo, and everybody was like, all right, we forgive everything you've done in WWE and TNA.
I do love, though, that you can just, like, you have, like, this call sheet, and it's like, all right, we need Russo, we need Bischoff, we need Jarrett, we need Steiner, we need Nash. All right, what are we doing, the Death of WCW or the Death of TNA? Which one are we doing here? Which show?
It's like, which one is it? Matt Hardy?
Flair.
Oh, the Death of TNA. The Death of TNA.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you can tell the difference. We need Matt Hardy. Okay, we're doing TNA. We need Chris Jericho. Oh, we're doing WCW. Okay, all right.
Like, got it. No more information. Don't need any more information. But yeah, I liked how they talked about the Jarrett sign, the Angle signing, because that was big. I wish they would have talked more about the Christian signing, because I feel like that is kind of like the first domino that
it was
Angle. It was Christian.
Yeah. Christian's looking back is a very underrated moment because it's so overshadowed by the Angle moment. But Christian actually came in there like he felt like a big deal because like he chose to go to TNA. Exactly. It wasn't like he'd gotten fired or anything. And like he actually came in there and he worked hard and stuff too. So, but he wasn't, on the level of Kurt Angle was, especially in WWE. Yeah. Like Christian was very little brother in WWE.
He was.
Kurt Angle was Kurt Angle. So I understand why it's treated lesser than, but it's a super underrated moment when Christian jumps to TNA. I remember how hype I was for that.
Same. I was very hyped because I was a big Christian fan. I'm still a big Christian fan to this day, but I was a big Christian fan in the mid 2000s, especially when he came up with like Captain Charisma and he had the feud with John Cena. And I was like, oh man, he's gonna break through. He's gonna go to the main event scene, and then he just leaves the company that same year. And it's just like, damn. But then he goes to TNA. I'm like, oh, I'm here. We here, baby. We here, TNA. Let's go. So I was here for it. I remember him winning the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. That was a huge moment as well. So yeah, Christian's run, I think, doesn't get enough praise and credit in TNA because he was one of the cornerstones that kind of changed it from being kind of the alternative kind of outlier to WWE to a legitimate number 2 promotion in North America at that time.
Yeah. For the ruining the company, too bad they won't get to Aces and Eights. Yeah, that's post Jarrett kind of stuff, so they probably won't get into that too much. We'll see on episode 3, but I thought the first 2 episodes were good, especially if you're not super hardcore into things. And even if you are, like, I've said it before, like, I just like the kind of behind the scenes and wrestling documentary stuff, even if I
Same.
know the story pretty well. Mainly because wrestlers are such bullshitters that I'm like, all right, what kind of bullshit are they gonna tell in this? Like WWE Unreal like isn't necessarily good. Like you can tell it's a lot of bullshit, but I'll watch it.
It's hilarious television for the stuff
Yeah,
they lie about and the stuff that gets through on that show.
yeah.
That's why I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to the end of the month. Let's go. We back, baby.
Before we get fully into Dynamite, all right, I did watch the Bear series finale. I have one question for you. What do you think Carmi decided?
I think that he probably like took some time away, maybe like 6, 7 months, and then he came back to the kitchen and is
Yeah.
just like a chef under Sydney.
That's where I'm at. I don't know if he took time away, but I think he also ends up back at the restaurant and just works, yeah, under Sydney, not definitely not ahead of her because he took the step back in this season anyway, but definitely as a and not the CDC because that's Tina, but
You know?
yeah, I think he just works as a chef in there because like I know Jose, you're saying he joined in agriculture. He had an interview with the
He had an interview.
architectural
He didn't
firm.
join it.
Yeah,
He
we
didn't
didn't. We
even.
never.
He didn't even talk about anything about
Yeah,
agriculture.
he
was
talked about
talking
his
that
time in
day.
the kitchen, and then like at the end of it, like you can kind of see how much he actually loved that day and how much it like weighed on him with things. So I do think that he ends up back in the kitchen. That was my thing as well. What do you think overall of the finale?
Oh, I loved it. I said the other day, I thought it was the best series finale out of all the shows I've seen this year who were ending and had series finale. Well, in the past year, like Stranger Things, I was disappointed in. Euphoria, I was disappointed in. The Boys, it was good, but overall, I was disappointed in the final season. This one felt like the overall season was a return to form for the Bear. I love the choice of making it one single day, one single service that they were focused on. We didn't get like the character focused episode that I think has
Yeah.
been kind of the hallmark of the Bear, but I thought that in having people interact with one another, I thought that was we got some great kind of overarching arcs being completed throughout the season, like the story that they told with Luca and Marcus. That was very interesting how they developed that. It made me hate Marcus for the whole season until the end when he
Yeah, he
finally
was kind of a
stopped being a
bitch to
bitch.
Luca. I was
He
like,
was.
dude, chill. Like, you know, just, like,
He was.
why? I know he was stressed because his dad was gonna be there and everything, but they sent those people back there, and Carmi and Sid were like, "Hey, entertain them for a little while." Since that's not Luca's fault, like you can't be mad at him
Exactly.
for that.
And then he was a jerk to his roommate,
Yeah,
his boy that he's always really really nice to. He was being a jerk to him as well. So yeah, Marcus was not acting like himself. So like yeah, like but I enjoyed that. It felt like a real kind of argument between friends when one friend is not really telling their
and it's
kind of honest
also
emotions.
yeah, and it's also like you were right that they didn't do like a single character episode focus like they've done in the past, but they kind of did in a way because it was just a single day focus with
Yeah,
everything. And so that's why when you look at it like that, when it comes to Marcus of he didn't act like himself, you got to remember that this is not like an entire season where he didn't act like himself. It's literally one day where
exactly.
he was stressed, he had a bad day. We've all been there, right? Like other shit's going on. You're arguing with people that you never argue with. You say some shit you regret, and it's like it's one day out of 365 days of the year, and we know other shit's going on. Like let it be. Just let it be on that day. Recognize that's not who that person is. And that's why when I watched it, I was like, this isn't Marcus at all. Like, what the fuck? I try to keep in perspective. Like, it's one day out of the year. Like, we all have these days. Yeah. So I actually kind of liked that. Like, it kind of showed of, yeah, even the best person on the show, the person who's like always chill, level-headed, doesn't cause any issues, and everyone gets along with, it's like, yeah, he has a shitty day too.
Yeah. It made a lot of sense. I thought like the highs of the season for me was Donna coming to the kitchen, coming to the restaurant for the first time, and just being so like proud of Sugar and Carmi. That was really like touching, and seeing how close she is to her kids now. It was like, oh my God, we've come so far. We've come so far since Fishes. We've come so far. That was a nice little moment there. Little moments like with Richie and Sydney when Carmi drops the dish on the service, and they just be like, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. We got this. And then Sydney just coming in the clutch and making that dish. And I love the little twist with the Starman. That the Starman was the one that was at the snow day episode from last season, instead of the one they thought on that night of the horrible service that they had. And so I felt like the finale was really fulfilling. Seeing Sydney kind of finally come into her own, where she's always been a great chef, but she hasn't always had that confidence to be the leader. And she finally found that on like the worst possible day to do the service. Carmi, who had always been so controlling and wanted to be in charge of everything and wanted everything to be so perfect, changing the menu all the time like he was in season 3 into season 4. And now he's kind of taken a step back, relying on Sydney the way that she's always wanted him to rely on all the way back since season 2. So seeing him kind of grow and take that step back that he needed to take, having those little moments with like Sugar and like with Richie and Sydney throughout this episode, it was just so nice to see Carmi finally just growing the fuck up and just evolving as a person. I think I said it the other day, but Richie's already kind of done his redemption arc. So it's kind of felt like a lot of the last like 2-3 seasons, Richie hasn't had much to do, but he's just a great character to have around. So him just randomly coming in, and the whole little romance with Jess, that was nice to see. Ibram, I thought he took a nice little step up. Ibram is like one of my underrated favorites of the show. And then the little moment where Sydney told Tina that you'll always be my CDC, regardless of what happens here. I'm gonna take you wherever I go. And just that little look that Tina gives, where she gets like emotional, but then she smiles. It always gets me. I was like, oh, you got me in the heart. Got me right in the heartstrings. Tina smiling, my little auntie Tina. Love that. Love stuff like that. I really, really enjoyed season 5. I thought that was a great close to what was overall a good series that was looking on the verge of being one of the greatest series ever after season 2. It fell off a bit in season 3 and 4, but I thought this was return to form in season 5.
Yeah, I'm with you on the overall perspective of the show, and I like the final season. I like the series finale as well. I thought it was good. I thought it wrapped up things nicely when it came to everything as well. What was I saying? Oh, go ahead.
No, I see Ryan asking if did you watch Gary? The one-off special?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you gotta watch that.
Okay.
You gotta watch that, because that explains the whole car accident that Richie has at the beginning of the season. That has to do with the Gary special. The Gary special is basically like a prequel before, like I think like a couple of months before the beginning of The Bear. It's basically Richie and Mikey go on a trip to Gary, Indiana for Uncle Jimmy.
Yeah, I saw when Richie has like the flashback at the end of the. I thought that's what that was from. From scenes from that episode. So yeah, I should watch that. But again, I did not watch it.
That was great. I was honestly, I watched that and I was like, why is this one episode better than the last 2 seasons? This was before I watched season 5. I was like, that one Gary episode is better than season 3 and season
4. Yeah, I'll go back and watch that. I decided that Curb Your Enthusiasm was going to be my next binge watch. Something light, silly, simple. So that's what I started watching last night.
I just started watching The Bear from the beginning again.
Okay. Fair.
I was like, now I can watch it all the way through. I was like, this is perfect.
Volo says Las Vegas Jacks, huh? I feel like you can't get over a goofy franchise name in 2026. Is that the name of the expansion team? The Jacks? I've not seen that. Oh. I don't know. You're going to have to give me more information.
That's the NBA? What do you mean? NBA?
Yeah, NBA. Yeah, because they're doing a Las Vegas expansion franchise. Is that like official, though? I mean, the franchise isn't even official. So, I don't know if they already have a name for it. I don't know. Hopefully, Vol will let us know more on that. But I've never seen.
He's saying yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've never seen. I haven't seen anything official from that though, from any accounts. So, have I watched Wilfred? I watched like a few episodes, but I haven't watched it like all the way through. But I have seen a few episodes of it. Let me know what you think, Colin, because I think the Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul like universe is the greatest. Like, I think it's the greatest television series. If it's just one show, I go with The Wire. But when I like combine everything, both of those combined is absolutely fantastic to me.
Minus Power.
That's fair. I haven't seen Power. I haven't seen it. So, Las Vegas Jacks unveiled their all-star leadership group. Jerry Colangelo, Vinny Del Negro. That can't be. Jay Williams is part of this? This team sucks. I've not seen any until Shams reports it. I don't believe it.
Yeah, I just checked Shams' Twitter account and I was like, don't see anything, so I'm just gonna leave that alone.
I see it. It's Las Vegas. Is that gonna be the team name, or is that like this group of? Is that this name of the group? Because it will bid for an NBA expansion team. So, yeah, this isn't like official. Yeah, it's just like a proposal type thing. And that also doesn't mean that that's going to be the name of the team either. Yeah. Oh,
I have watched Ozarks before, Unk Donk. Really good show. I hated the finale, though. I hated how it ended. But Roof is the GOAT. Roof is my favorite character.
I haven't seen Ozark. My dad watched Ozark.
You should watch that. Okay. That's good. That's a good show.
Well, I gotta get through Curb Your Enthusiasm. I didn't realize it was like 12 seasons at the very least.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be a while on that one, but I'm gonna get through that first, and then I'll start going into other stuff. I just wanted something lighter after, Penguin. It was pretty dark, pretty heavy.
Oh, so you finished Penguin?
Yeah. I thought we talked about it.
No, we didn't.
Oh, maybe Joel was on. I just mentioned it because I mentioned that Cobblepot is like the most despicable person in the world. He rules.
Oh
it's
man,
fantastic.
The freaking ending. Oh yeah. Man, like
I knew
if you sympathize for him even a little bit, that ending just made you be like, I was dumb as hell.
Yeah. He was like his mom when he was willing to just have her finger cut off because he wouldn't tell the truth, even though everyone knew. I was like, damn. And then, killing the kid. Like, I figured the kid was going to die, but I didn't think it was going to be because he just choked his ass out on the bench after everything they went through. I'm like, damn, really, dude?
I was like, I loved Vic. I was like, Vic was my homie. Vic was, it was so easy to, and I hated Vic when, I think he was on another show I watched, Disney's, Marvel's Runaways. I hated him on there, and then I loved him on this one as Vic, and then Cobblepot kills him. I was like, fucking son of a man. Sophia's
Sophia's fantastic. Yeah. No, the whole show's really good though. The whole show's really good. So I did like it.
So you finally saw the episode I was talking, the Sophia episode.
Yeah, so
the,
it was the same episode that I was in the middle of when we talked about it, but the green dress happens in the second half of the episode, and I'd only seen the first half of the episode. Yeah, she was fantastic in that, just murdering her entire family and gassing them all. That was great. But yeah, overall, like I did really enjoy the Penguin. And then, yeah, I moved on to the final season of The Bear, finished that, and now, and after two kind of heavier, darker stuff, I was like, yeah, let's go with something light and silly, campy when it comes to Curb. Because I've seen Curb. That's a show that, like, I've probably seen the first 7 seasons of, but maybe even 8, but I've only seen it once. I have no recollection of most of it, and now I just want to go through and just watch the entire thing.
Seems to do.
So that's
I was thinking of binge watching something I've already watched before, which always leads me to binge watching Entourage. So I'll probably start Entourage later this week.
All right, let's get into the professional wrestling. SP3. Last night, a ton happened. Like a whole lot of stuff happened. I think we can all agree the biggest thing on the show, though, Jack Perry re-signing. We ejaculating, SP3. We jack-offs, getting the excitement that we deserve, ejaculating for however many more years, going all the way to the top. Jack Perry, baby. Let's go! Why aren't you excited about this? This is the biggest thing that happened on the show. What else happened? What else happened on the show? Anything? Anything important?
He re-signed. Congratulations to Jack Perry.
Next AEW World Champion.
He did say that is one of his goals.
He's there about the Jeff Jarrett treatment his ass.
He did say that was one of his goals.
I like how Tony basically spoiled his re-signing at the Forbidden Door media call, where he's like, "Yeah, Jack's gonna be here for a long time." Like, all right, thanks, Tony. Don't even give
but
any impression.
He also showed how much he values him, because
yes,
the guys re-signing happen all the time. Sometimes you'll get reported by us at Fightful and stuff like that, but it's not a lot of times they announce it.
Yeah, they give him a full ass video package on the television show.
I think that shows that they do value this and feel that this is a big deal, him re-signing.
Yeah. That was the show, everybody. Nothing else happened.
I hate this guy. Why is this guy who I have to do this show with?
Nothing else happened on this show. Kenny Omega is the new AEW World Champion. They did what I said and hoped they were going to do on yesterday's show. Everybody was like, do we do a time limit draw? Does Hangman Page return? Like, why don't you just do a straight wrestling match? Why do you have to do some nonsense finish, some type of weird finish, like Hangman returning? Like, why doesn't Kenny just win in a good match? And that's what happened. I mean, it was better than good, but I was like, why doesn't Kenny just win in a straightforward match? And that is what happened. This match was fantastic. This match this show had 2 really, really good matches, because I thought Fletcher and Takeshita was fantastic.
I think it had 2 match of the year candidates on it.
That's fair. I wasn't quite as high on Tommaso and Jericho as you were, clearly, but
I said 2, not 3, 2.
But Omega and MJF, like, I think was even pretty clearly a level above Fletcher and Takeshita. To
I
me.
agree.
I hate one count kickouts, but this one made so much sense. I was not even mad at this one.
Honestly, this one in particular kind of sealed the deal.
No one else should do it.
Yeah, we would need to retire the one kickout, because it's Kenny Omega's spot. Y'all are stealing Kenny Omega's signature move, because that crowd went insane when he kicked out at 1. They were like, ah! I was like, oh my God, This is amazing. This is killer. But like, oh man, this matchup was absolutely phenomenal. Two of the best in the business, putting on an absolute masterpiece, a masterclass of epic proportion. It had the highest of hypes, but they delivered it. Just fantastic in-ring work, just different sequences when they're running the ropes and they miss one, you miss one spot, miss another spot, miss one spot, miss another spot, then do the double clothesline in the center of the ring. They land perfectly, the crowd's going crazy. Kenny Omega may be the best seller in professional wrestling today. I think it was Dave Meltzer compared him to Terry Funk with the way that he sells and the way that he kind of emotes his pain and punishment during the matchup. And it gets you so engaged because it makes you, as a viewer, as a fan of Kenny Omega, you get legitimately concerned. You're concerned because of how good he is at selling. There was times in that matchup where I'm thinking, oh, is his arm really messed up? Is his arm really messed up? He's selling the arm. He's selling it. I can't move it. And then the different spots in the matchup are so memorable. The V trigger off the apron with MJF giving us one of the best table bumps in a while.
Oh, he did the Foley spot. Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely an ode to Foley, Mind Games, 1996 in your house. Did that bump, just tremendous stuff from him. Omega had sand in his eye at one point, so there's like a whole commercial break after the table bump where Omega's trying to like get the sand out of his eyes and stuff, and they could have just, you know, let him do that, take the time that they did, and then just move into the next portion of the matchup. Instead, they used it to inform the next portion of the matchup where Omega took so long trying to get the sand out of his eyes. MJF was able to recover from the table bump. He's able to scratch him in the eyes when he gets him up for the one-wing angel on the apron, and then proceeds to give him a tombstone power driver onto an open chair. That was killer. Omega doing the freaking moonsault off the lifeguard's chair was a crazy spot that could have gone totally wrong. Them fighting in the stands was great. This had everything you could have asked for. Storytelling was absolutely immaculate. The in-ring action was tremendous. The pacing was so well done and brilliantly escalated in the drama and the emotions down the stretch. The closing stretch was absolutely terrific. Had little story beats like Omega not wanting to use the title like he did in his first reign, not wanting to win the championship in the same matter that he kept the championship in his first reign, and that almost costing him in the end, and MJF nearly getting the win with Will Ospreay, who tried to stop MJF from using the Dynamite Diamond Ring and could have been the person who cost Kenny Omega his opportunity to ever be AEW World Champion again. The little camera shot they do on Will Ospreay after Kenny kicks out at one, he's like, I was like, this is great. This is everything I could have wanted. One of the best Dynamite episodes of all time. One of the best Dynamite main events of all time. Certified match of the year. Probably top 3, top 4 match of the year in my opinion. This was absolutely fabulous. A great way to close off the show. An amazing main event matchup. One of the best TV matches AEW's ever done. And just a great example of why MJF is the wrestler of the year and why Kenny Omega is one of the greatest ever. That never deserves any disrespect from any puntin' stash grifters like Jeremy Lambert, who called him Klay Thompson for months, and now Klay Thompson is your AEW World Champion. Steph Curry, not Klay Thompson. You nincompoop.
I mean, Klay Thompson has 4 rings, so he was being Klay Thompson. Wait. That's factual when I said it. I would like credit for all of this, because this is all me, what I did with this. When did I call him Klay Thompson? What was Kenny Omega doing? When did I call him Klay Thompson? He was doing dumb trios and tag team matches that I didn't want to see. was like, no, I want to see Kenny Omega doing singles matches. I want to see Kenny Omega in the world title picture. I want to see him as the world champion. That's who he should be. He shouldn't be Klay Thompson. He was being Klay Thompson at the time. And then what happened? They're like, Jeremy's right. Why are we treating Kenny Omega like Klay Thompson? He's not Klay Thompson. We shouldn't have him play in the second man, third man role on this team. He should be Steph Curry. He should be LeBron James. We got to correct this. And then they corrected it. And now he is Steph Curry. Now he is LeBron James. Because people like me actually stepped up and said something instead of just being happy of like, be thankful we're getting any Kenny Omega. It's so great that Kenny Omega's wrestling at all. No. I mean, it is great that Kenny's wrestling, but I don't want to see this trio's Kenny Omega. I want to see singles Kenny Omega winning world titles. I'm not going to applaud him for doing trio stuff. That's bullshit. Give me the best bout machine, Kenny Omega, and that's what we got. I should be getting thank yous around here. They listened to me. Nobody else had the balls to say what I said when it came to Kenny Omega.
To be wrong, yeah.
You guys wanted to golf clap Kenny Omega for doing trios matches.
Balls to be wrong.
Stand up and speak for what you want. This is the same thing. I deserve credit for Kenny Omega. I deserve credit for Bryan Danielson as well, because people said the same thing about Bryan Danielson. It's like, oh, we're just so happy that Bryan Danielson is wrestling in matches. This is so great. Oh, we're getting more Bryan Danielson. I was like, yeah, great. I'm glad Bryan Danielson is wrestling too. You know what I want from Bryan Danielson? I want to see him be the champion. Put the title on Bryan Danielson. And what'd they do? They put the title on Bryan Danielson because people like me spoke up for people like Bryan Danielson and people like Kenny Omega.
I was in the building at Wembley Stadium. That's why he won the title.
So I was speaking up for Bryan Danielson.
No.
There's a whole clip of it.
Yeah.
It did pretty well on socials when it first premiered.
I've been saying Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay was the Wembley main event I wanted to see, and I'm getting what I wanted. So I don't have to thank you for anything. I'm getting what I wanted. What I represent.
Thank me that the championship will be on the line.
No.
I think
I said Kenny Omega was winning the world championship last year.
I think, by the way, I'm going to be correct with the redemption matches. I think it's Kenny and Mox and MJF and Will.
I've been seeing that. I did like the pull apart brawl that they had backstage.
Yeah,
MJF and Ospreay, but I don't think it would make a lot of sense if Ospreay faced MJF before All In, because why are you having Max lose to both guys in the main event when if Ospreay wins, one of his biggest matches he can do after he wins the title is against MJF?
I'm with you. I understand where you're coming from on that. It just feels like that's what they are setting up. And I don't know where else they're going for redemption if it's not that, honestly.
I would think they do Kenny and Max in the stipulation, and I don't know what they would do with Mox and Will. I mean, they've been having them team up a lot.
Yeah.
They've been having them team up a lot. Do Mox and Will versus Cope and Cage.
I don't know if you need to do that. I guess they're attacking them in the Bang Bang Gang, the Death Rider B team.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
It makes sense.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to do that, though. We'll see. Mox and Will against the Young Bucks.
I can see that.
All right.
Winner gets the shot at All In. I can see that. Will's going to do double duty.
Oh, Will's going to do double duty? Oh. See, I would assume the Bucks would win, but then I'm like, why are you pinning Mox or Will? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I'm not mad at this Will doing double duty thing. I don't think that's
I need Will to respond to the Death Rider's actions, though.
Will's being kind of a bitch.
I need an interview where you be like, oh, so did you condone your stablemates attacking Adam Copeland and the Bang Bang Gang on Collision? And he's like,
Will's like, hey, bro, let me go have a 10-minute match with the workhorseman because we can't beat anybody in less than 10 minutes.
So what I did is I had a vision. So what I think is going to happen is Will is not going to turn against the Death Riders until the road to All In. On the road to All In, you have the Death Riders attack and jump Kenny Omega, and they're basically holding him up for Will. And Will finally has a come into Jesus moment, and he chooses Kenny over the Death Riders. It's basically they want to give Will Ospreay his Sami Zayn moment at Royal Rumble 2023,
Okay.
where he chose Kevin over the Bloodline, but it's going to be Will choosing Kenny over the Death Riders.
Oh, okay. And then Moxley should win the world title from Kenny, and then Moxley and Will at All In.
I said on the road to All In.
Yeah.
Ospreay and Omega.
I'm saying, and then Moxley beats Kenny though, and then Moxley wins the title.
I did not say that. I did
on
not say
Dynamite.
that. I don't need any additions to my booking I just gave you.
We need the Mox line.
No, we don't. No, we do.
The Blood Riders.
Nope.
I need Moxley to hold that title for 1,300 days.
We don't need none of that.
It worked so well last time he had a long reign with the Death
None of that.
Riders.
None of that whatsoever. None of that.
All right, I could possibly see that. I don't think it's Ospreay and Mox at All In. It's gonna be Ospreay and Omega at All In. Yeah, but if that happens, then you're setting up Ospreay and Mox for All Out potentially.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
And
you just team Omega and Ospreay against the Death Riders on the road to All In.
I'm for this because honestly, imagine the heat in Wembley if they did that. Oh
my God, they get booed out the building.
Yeah. And also, it would cancel the press conference, and that's really all I care about. Tony would be like, Will Ospreay just got murdered. We can't just speak to the media here.
We can't do this.
That's all I really care about, is that hopefully that would cancel the press conference. But also, I do think that'd be a whole lot of heat if they did that at Wembley after Ospreay's big title reign. They'd Naito his ass. Just...
Freaking Moxley sitting on him like...
Yeah. As you mentioned elsewhere on the show, Kyle Fletcher did win the international title from Takeshita because Takeshita's got to go to the G1 and take multiple pinfalls, and they were like, we're not having our international champion lose to Show in a G1 block match. I don't even know if they're in the same block. I don't have the blocks down that well, but
you said Show?
Yeah.
Show's not in the G1? What the fuck are you talking about?
That's why they're not going to have him lose this show. They didn't want to take any losses this show. I don't know the G1 blocks that well.
Show is a junior heavyweight, though.
So? He could be in the G1.
No, he can't.
But
G1. Fletcher and Takeshita was... Oh, my God. It was awesome. It was so awesome. Those two guys telling the story of two guys that know each other so well from the beginning of the matchup. They have that great quick sequence of counter, reversal, standoff, and you get the kind of the story of these two guys know each other so well. It's going to take something out of the woodwork, one of their big moves to kind of get the job done and knock the other person out to get the win here. And then you have the big moments, the freaking bastard driver into the wheelbarrow German suplex on the apron literally had me screaming at my TV, Jeremy, and telling Kyle Fletcher, you just came back from injury. You just came back, sir. You do not need to do this. Do not do this. Please don't do this. great near falls down the stretch of the matchup. The brain buster by Kyle, the raging fire, but then he gets the foot on the rope. The selling by Takeshita was really well done with the arm coming back to haunt him throughout the matchup. And then in the end, it was the key to Fletcher picking up the victory. And Fletcher just has so much intensity and kind of just lays everything that he does in everything, every strike, every high impact move just feels like he is trying to hurt his opponent. And that's what makes him one of the best in the world. And Takeshita has been in rare form, I think, ever since the Darby matchup for the AEW World Championship in May. He's been running off like banger after banger, match of the year candidate after match of the year candidate, and this was another one. Makes sense for Fletcher to get the victory here. I don't think that this is going to be Takeshita's final reign as international champion, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's still in the mix for the international title come All In, and he wins the title back in Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, I could see him winning him back at All In because the G1 would be over. He can, comfortably win the title because this reign did feel shortened because he's going to do the G1. It didn't feel like he should have only held the title for just like a month after beating Okada and like that whole story and everything. And it's like, oh, it got cut short. But Fletcher was the guy to do it given their story and because of the G1 stuff. It's like, all right, I guess it makes sense. Fantastic match. I didn't love the post match of Foley coming out and then talking about shoes and Don Callis.
It's just like with most things, Don Callis and Don Callis family in AEW, they tend to do too much.
Yeah.
And that was the key with this whole post-match segment, that they did too much that it kind of made you forget the match of the year candidate you just watched because they kind of overload you with all this information. We're going to go Mick Foley interviewing Kyle Fletcher, putting him over, to Foley versus Callis on the mic, to Callis introducing Kevin Knight, to Kevin Knight teasing some tension with Kyle, to Andrade coming out and he wants one of the Don Callis family titles, to we just acknowledged two champions, the international champion and the TNT champion, and we're going to introduce a third champion that's on a lower level of Mark Davis for Andrade to win that title, which feels very, very much beneath Andrade. And then Andrade goading the Don Callis family into the backstage segment with Darby Allin, which I thought out of everything that went down post-match, that was probably the best part, was Darby attacking them, basically setting them up with the booby trap where they think the booby trap is in the bag again, but it's really in the skateboard. But Andrade has the controls of the explosion and he sets it off. And it was like, oh, it was him. He has the explosion thing in his hand. He's like, how you know? That was the best use of how you know so far. How you know?
It was a lot happening after the Fletcher title victory. Like, can we not just have this moment, breathe for a second here? I would have been fine if they just did the Foley interview and then it just kind of cuts there and then Andrade interrupts. I would have already had Kevin Knight in the ring because once they brought Kevin Knight out, it's like, oh, well, Darby's going to come out at some point. Darby's going to get involved in this at some point. I would just have Kevin Knight there, Andrade interrupts, and then you do that whole thing. That kind of undercuts Kevin Knight a little bit, and I don't love that. But instead, you completely undercut Fletcher's moment. So either just go with Fletcher, do the moment, do the Foley interview, that be that, or don't do the Foley interview, do something else with Foley, or try not to undercut Kyle Fletcher here. But it was too much. It was too much on this. But,
Yeah, he did mess up. Kevin Knight saying DC MJF. I was like,
yeah. I was like, huh? I was like, what? No, that's not.
That was only one night. That was only Forbidden Door, buddy.
Yeah. I did like the how you know portion of that though. That was very funny with Andrade and the explosion and everything. To kind of piggyback off of all of that, why is Mike Bailey getting a title shot against Mark
That
Davis.
did
This was
not
dumb.
make any sense. This is why it should just be Andrade facing Jake Doyle, and then he gets to choose what title he wants to go after in the Don Callis family, especially if you're going to do a segment later on in the show that Speedball challenging Mark Davis for the same title that Andrade has to beat Jake Doyle for.
And we just had Speedball fail against Jake Doyle. So why is he getting this title shot?
That just didn't make any sense. It was just like, dog, what are you doing?
That made no sense out of in this. Like, why is he lost? His whole gimmick was, I'm gonna run through the Don Callis family, and then he lost the first match to the Don Callis family. Really, the second, because he lost to Kevin Knight as well. Yeah. And then it's like, okay, well, you still get a title shot. Like, what? Huh? So Andrade doesn't need to beat Jake Doyle. Like, he can still get a title shot. Mike Bailey did.
Exactly. That's how it should work. You're setting a new standard. And yeah, I agree with Mikey in the chat. He's saying, I think I saw somebody saying, oh yeah, the Speedball thing doesn't make sense, like Harley getting a shot at the TBS title. Nah, it's two different things. The TBS title is an open challenge title. Literally anyone. You can come off a loss. Anyone can just challenge for that title. And because Shida just won the title, that also makes a lot of sense, because Harley Cameron, she lost the survival of the fittest, but she also did beat Marina Shafir. So yeah, she has a singles win. She was involved in survival of the fittest, got cheated out of it by Persephone. It also continues the whole issues that were developed between Shida and Harley in the partnership with Chris Statlander, and it also develops the Chris Statlander feud at that. So that makes so much sense out of everything that I just said, whereas the Speedball thing makes zero sense after you just did a segment with Andrade saying he's going to have a qualifying match to get a shot at Davis, but all Speedball had to do was challenge him.
All Speedball had to do was lose to Jake Doyle, the person that Andrade has to beat to get a title shot. It made no sense. I don't even care about the Andrade challenge and, oh, you got to win a qualifier match. Like, I'm taking that out of it. It makes less sense when you do put that into perspective of things. I'm taking that out of it. I don't get how he gets the title shot after losing to Jake Doyle. What have you done to get this title shot?
He's won multiple. He's won 2 matches in a row.
What, the trios matches and tag team match stuff? I ain't counting that. That doesn't matter.
No, it's not up to you and what you count, sir. It's up to what has actually happened, and he's won 2 matches in a row.
Give him a trios title match then. Don't give him.
No, they're a little busy.
He lost to Jake Doyle. Why is he now getting a title shot? It makes zero sense.
Jake Doyle didn't want a title shot.
It makes zero sense. None. Absolutely none. Unk Donk says, Hanger returns at Redemption. I've just given up on Hangman return.
I can see that. I can see him returning at Redemption. I couldn't. When people were telling me he's going to return last night, I was like, why? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't think he's ever returning. He's like, I can't win the world title. I'm done.
All right.
I'm done with wrestling.
This guy over here has to go to the extremes, all right?
Did he say he was getting, or that he wanted a shot? Speedball? I mean, the match is official, so.
Yeah, it's official.
Yeah. Regardless, he is getting the shot. I mean, he said he wanted the shot. Don Callis should be like, no, fuck this. Kick rocks, dude. Like, you lost. Idiot. Giving you this title shot?
I ain't doing none of that. Bump that, bro.
Women's Casino Gauntlet. Willow Nightingale returned. Decla's the greatest person in the world.
I don't understand how there was 7 women in this matchup Yet Tekla was the MVP of the entire matchup. Tekla had me dying laughing so many different times. She was like, last time I went to a strip club, I won $10,000, and I woke up and I had a stripper in my lap. It was great. It was like, and then she goes, the Mina Shirakawa. She's like wrestling a blow-up doll. You know what? I wish we were friends. Why? Because I just want to come up to her and just go.
I was dying when she did that. I was dying. I'm like, yo. She was wild for that. I don't know. Like, she had a drink in her hand. I don't know what was in that drink. It might have just been straight tequila.
It was a shoot. Yeah. It was a shoot, yo.
And I don't know how many she had beforehand either. But, oh my gosh. This rolled. Absolutely rolled. Fantastic. Her, like, going crazy for Sisters of Sin, just, like, attacking random people as well, also rolled.
She was like, this is great.
Yeah.
This is great. No, her not knowing that the freaking Mercedes won the Owen. She was like, what is it called? The Owen Hart tournament, Owen Hart Foundation, what is it called?
Like the dumb bitches battle royal.
No, and then Rita comes in and she's like, she's one of the few smart bitches from Stardom.
Oh man,
I love that we're just giving play-by-play on our commentary.
Yeah, that was the best part of this match. Like, this match wasn't like great or anything.
No, it wasn't.
You know, it was a match. It happened. It was all to set up Willow's return, and she won. Okay. Why'd she vacate the title, and then she's back a week after a new champion was decided?
That was so silly. It's so silly that the week after you crown a new TBS champion, the old TBS champion is coming back. So, I mean, she got a big pop from the crowd. She looked good out there, so it was great to see her. I like the post-match with Tekla attacking her and then Mercedes laying out both women. I'm honestly hoping for a three-way. I don't need Max in the main event. So if I'm going to get a three-way out of one of these world title matches, it needs to be this one, because Tekla has been just so good, and you don't really have a high-profile replacement for her. Whereas MJF has a multitude of matches outside of the world title picture. You don't have that for Tekla. Tekla should be in the world title match at all.
That's where my concern is if Tekla's not defending the title, what is she doing it all in? Because she deserves a high-profile match. And if it's not in the world title match against Mercedes or three-way, what is she going to do? Because there's no other woman on the roster that feels like a big enough deal. And can you bring in someone like Kyrie to make up for it and do Kyrie against Tekla? That might be the best option. Cause
that might be cool, but I'm sorry. I've been watching this company for 7 years. The fact that y'all have faith that AEW is going to do a non-title women's match at All In. I mean, credit to all of y'all that believe that that's a possibility, because I don't.
They're just going to do another casino gauntlet.
Because they're doing the women's world title match. They're definitely doing the tag team title match, because we got another vignette for the Brawling Birds, and they're just making them spin their wheels until they are going to be in the title picture. And then Cheetah and the TBS title need something. The TBS title didn't get us a title match at last year's show because they were in the world title match. But this year, I expect them to have a world title match.
Yeah. I hope they got something for Tekla. Like, I really do. Maybe it's just her against Tara Okada. Just let her beat the shit out of Tara Okada.
Hey! Count me in.
We had, we kind of mentioned Moxley and Ospreay against. Oh wait, Mercedes aligning with Divine Dominion.
Yes,
It seems that's interesting.
that was very interesting.
Yeah.
I like that, and I like that would be the way to build to a Mercedes and Tekla feud, is making it like group on group, Divine Dominion and Mercedes versus the Triangle of Madness.
Yeah. They seem. I know they called it like a business arrangement, seemingly a business arrangement, but I don't know. I don't think you do that shot where they're all holding up their titles and everything unless you got some actual plans for them as like a group there. So, yeah, I think that this is an actual arrangement when it comes to this. So.
I think it would be. I think it can work, and if it gets Divine Dominion more of a role on television consistently, then this seems the best move for everybody involved. You have Mercedes rub kind of her star power onto Divine Dominion. Divine Dominion become the muscle for Mercedes to get further heat in her feuds. And it's further them avoiding Mercedes turning babyface, because that has seemed like very adamant. One of their goals is we don't want Mercedes to be presented as a babyface whatsoever.
Yeah. Opened with Ciampa and Jericho. Ciampa won after using bucket sand and the running knee. Match was better than I think most people thought it was going to be. They brawled around the ring and stuff, which was, using the environment, like the suplex on the chair and everything. So that was a smart call to.
Which I called what happened with that. I called that happening when he does the suplex on the chair. I was like, that shit's gonna cut up Ciampa, because those chairs are the worst.
Nah, those suck.
Those might be even worse than actual steel chairs, because that shit was gonna. I knew it was gonna cut him. I was like, that shit's gonna cut you.
Yeah. Yeah, they did some they worked hard in this match, and again, the fact that they used the environment and stuff was probably for the best instead of just having like a straight wrestling match.
The fairy tale ending on the steps was
like
gnarly. You got to give props to Jericho for the bumps that he took in that matchup.
Yeah, that looked like it sucked. I assume Jericho just beat him at Redemption.
Yeah, this seems like this is following the Jericho template of his rival wins the first match, Jericho wins the second match, and then they hopefully move on.
Death Riders beat the Workhorsemen. This match was 5 minutes too long.
Shit, when this shit went 8 minutes. When this shit went to a commercial break.
Oh, I was so mad when it went to a commercial break.
I was like, to me, it's one thing. You're spending almost 10 minutes with the swirl. Because at least the swirl shows up on Collision. They get a big push on ROH. They've been used quite a little bit often over the last 6 months or so. I think often is a correct word in comparison to the Workhorsemen.
Oh yes,
I love
they've been used often. Yes,
I think the Workhorsemen are really good. But goddamn, nearly 9 minutes with the number one contender for the world title and your most protected champion in the company?
Yeah, this should have been a squash. This should have been a squash. Because the thing is with these matches is, one, it wasn't that great of a match, honestly. It
was good. No, I thought it was good.
All right. But the thing is with these matches is people try to defend them of but having a good match means something because it shows they can hang with these guys. Please tell me when the Workhorsemen are going to be on TV winning matches again. Please.
Never. They ain't never. They ain't never going to be on TV again. If this was leading to something and they can get a consistent role, then I'd be totally down for this. But I'm still worried about the Shane Taylor promotion showing up every week after they got a small push against the Death Riders. I have no faith whatsoever that the Workhorsemen are going to be featured consistently after this.
Yeah, if it was going to lead to something and they were going to get a role on the show and be part of the tag division and get some wins, I'd be like, okay, you know what? We accomplished something here. I just don't have faith that any of that is going to happen. they're probably never going to be on TV again. I hope they are. I hope it does lead to something, but history has shown that it's probably not going to lead to anything. And
yeah, and Mikey STP is still on TV losing, losing and losing. That's what they on TV doing.
I get you sickos are like, it was a good match. We wanted the good match. I like watching good wrestling. Like, fine, but put on a good wrestling match with people who matter on the show and make that go 8 minutes. I don't need an 8-minute match where the ending is predictable. And the thing is like, I feel like we're in the minority of you make Ospreay and Moxley look weak, because I don't think anybody like actually thinks you make Moxley and Ospreay look weak. Like, everyone's like, oh, who cares? We just got a good match out of this. This is great. And I'm just like, yeah, but why is it taking 8 minutes to for them to beat these guys?
No, I'm fully aware that the complaints that me, Jeremy, or even like especially Jimmy, these are particularly with how we view wrestling. And I think that I can trust the fact that Tony Khan and the people within AEW know their audience better than even I do, even though I'm part of the audience. I think they have a better gauge on what their audience is looking for. And as long as they can come out of that matchup last night and say it was a good matchup, they don't care the fact that it went through a commercial and it went 8 minutes. They just care that Moxley and Will Ospreay were on the show last night, because for better or worse, Moxley and Ospreay are two of the kind of like.
I think your mic cut. SP3, I think your mic cut. Can you not hear me at all?
Show, and they're hoping for a big rating because of that, and we'll see in a couple of days if that came to fruition or not.
Okay, SP3's mic cut there for a second, right? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, something happened on there where I don't know, again, if your mic cut, or if there was a lag, or what happened there.
Yeah, my mic cut out.
Okay. They're saying that the Workhorsemen are an established tag team, so it should be difficult for them to beat. Not when we're talking about the two top singles wrestlers. Dude, Adam Priest and Tommy Billington beat the Workhorsemen quicker than Moxley and Ospreay did.
Exactly.
Priest and Billington aren't like super established tag team, and they're definitely not the two top singles wrestlers in the companies. I wish I could take an 8-minute nap. I wish I could. Not possible though. Oh well, that's a shame. Anything else happen on Dynamite that we missed?
I think that is everything for the most part. I was trying to think if there was any other matches that we missed, but
no, that was all the matches.
Yeah, we covered all the matches, all the segments. It was not much of a debut for Mick Foley on Dynamite, though. I thought they could have done something else to feature Foley other than, hey, we're just going to give you an interview where you're just going to get bullied and then you're just going to stand in the corner for the next 10 minutes.
You're not excited for Mick Foley and Don Callis? Because I thought that's what they were setting up with that segment.
I thought they were setting up Andrade and Mick Foley versus Callis and Fletcher.
Yeah, that's. I was like, oh shit, we're gonna get this Don Callis Mick Foley match. Okay, that's something. Yeah, that was Dynamite again. Fantastic episode of Dynamite. Great television, and now we'll see what they got planned for Redemption. Considering they did what was the assumed Redemption main event on TV last night.
Less than 3 weeks away, so I assume Saturday's Collision should start to announce more matches. We only got one match announced with Tekla and Willow now.
Yeah. And I'm not mad at them doing it on free TV, by the way. I think that's a dumb complaint fans have. It's like, why are they doing this on free TV? I don't know. Shut up.
Yeah, I never got that either. It's like, dude, like, You're getting it for free. Why are you complaining? Why are you upset?
Yeah, I don't get it. But all right, you got matches of the week, SP3.
I do. I do. I do. Ooh. Let me see here. Pull this up. I wrote it down just before we went live, so it'd be fresh in my mind. All right, so only got one honorable mention this week. I got 10 matches. So
Okay.
one honorable mention I gave to Gabe Kidd and Shota Umino from the Road to G1 Climax event on Monday. Then we got number 10. I went with the Death Riders versus Unbound Co. Not the Death Riders versus Workhorsemen, but the Death Riders versus Unbound Co. because that's an actual team they should be taking more than 10 minutes to defeat. Great matchup from Collision last Thursday, so I had to mention it here. Number 9, I went with Rey Fenix versus El Del Vikingo from SmackDown. Just an all action, all killer, no thriller. All killer, no filler type of banger that they've been doing over the last couple of weeks with Phoenix. I think it's like 3 weeks in a row. I've mentioned a Phoenix matchup on the top 10 here with the matchup last week with Nathan Frazier, matchup 2 weeks ago with Axiom, and then here with Vikingo. Definitely a reminder that Vikingo is one of the best high flyers because you don't really get to see that too often in Lucha Libre AAA at the moment because he's a heel, and you won't be seeing that for a while because he's injured. So number 8, I went with Yo versus Francisco Akira from the Road to G1 show on Monday. Great main event to that show. The crowd in Kurgan Hall is one of the best crowds in all of wrestling, and they rallied behind Yo. Akira was so great and had intent with everything that he was doing in the matchup and played the heel role to perfection here. So they worked really well. Had to get them a mention too. Number 7, Andrade El Idolo versus Brian Cage. Probably the best Brian Cage matchup I've seen in a couple of years. Yes, he's been injured. That has something to do with it. But I just thought that Andrade made for a great opponent in him because Andrade can kind of somewhat match his strength. He has the body that can make it feel like he is the type of person that could beat Brian Cage. And Brian Cage was great pulling out most of his arsenal in this one. Then we got number 6, Volador Jr. and Flip Gordon from the CMLL Venice show from last Friday. Just a spectacular matchup. These two guys were flying all over the place. The Arena Mexico crowd was electric. Go out of your way to watch that one if you didn't see it already. Number 5, Kyle Fletcher and El Fantasmo from last Thursday's Collision. Just another terrific matchup from El Fantasmo. He's been killing it in AEW and CMLL. Kyle Fletcher, this was a reminder that Kyle Fletcher is still one of the best in the world. If you didn't get the full reminder from Dynamite last night, you got it from Thursday on Collision last week. Then number 4, Kendall Gray and Natty from NXT on Tuesday. I thought these girls went out there and had a superb matchup. Honestly, the one nitpick or one complaint that I have, it was only 12 minutes. Because if they got like 15, 16 minutes, we'd be talking about that as one of the best women's matches of the year so far. They worked really well with each other. Nice little grappling and mat work throughout the matchup. And Kendall Gray is quickly becoming the best women's wrestler in all of WWE. Number 3, CM Punk, Sami Zayn from Monday Night Raw. What can I say? CM Punk's back. Puts on another barn burner after his match of the year candidate against Roman Reigns. Another one of the best TV matches from WWE in a long time. Sami Zayn in top form, playing the heel role so well. That Chicago crowd was absolutely molten hot for everything they were doing and were living and dying on every near fall, every close call that CM Punk got. CM Punk getting the victory was very noteworthy. This had everything you would want from a WWE TV main event and definitely deserves some love. But number 2, Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita from last night's Dynamite Beach Break. Waxed lyrically about that earlier, so I won't do it again here. But number 1, Kenny Omega, MJF 3, the best match of their trilogy and up there with Darby Allin and Tommaso Ciampa for the best Dynamite matchup of the whole entire year. And it's been quite the year when it comes to Dynamite matches. But MJF and Kenny Omega absolutely killed it last night.
Can't believe you didn't have any love for Jade Cargill, B-Fab, Michin against Chelsea Green, Tiffany Stratton, and Charlotte Flair, or Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes, or The Vision against the Street Profits, or Laney Reed versus Brie Bella, or really anything this week in WWE that wasn't CM Punk and Sami Zayn and Phoenix and Vikingo.
Yeah.
Good list. That's true. That's good.
Thank you.
Women's tag match is the worst. Women's tag match is unfortunately always the worst of the week. I'm sorry.
It's perpetually the worst of the week.
Those matches are just so bad, man. Like, so terrible. Sorry, they just are.
It's not Jeremy's fault.
No, I don't book these things.
I can't book this shit.
If I did, it'd be a lot better.
Also true.
All right, anything else we need to get to? Or are we going to wrap up with some Arrow Ball?
Let's do some Arrow Ball.
I've never played this. Have you played it?
I think I tried it out the other day when we were told about it. I also found out about the 6 Rings game as well.
I've seen that on that's on Data Baller, right?
Yeah, that's actually much harder. I've never seen anyone who got 6 rings.
Okay, I've seen that on. I use Data Baller all the time because it's a really helpful website when it comes to lineups and stuff. So I need it when I'm doing my basketball writing. And so I've seen the 6 Rings game, but I've never played it yet. I don't play this stuff unless we're on stream. All right, we'll do Arrow Ball though. Do you want to do that or do you want to do 6 Rings? Which one?
You could do Arrow Ball.
Okay. All right. So again, let's see. So pick the simulation era. Choose a decade. That's the era that's spent to draft. You land on the franchise. Choose one player. You get 1 respin for the entire draft. Okay. 9 spots. Okay. So we get 5 starters and 4 bench players. Starters play 35 minutes per game. All right. Personal fit. So natural position, no penalty, off ball.
Yeah, they let us know if the person we pick fits the era that we're in.
Okay. Oh yeah, era modifier. Yeah. So like, 3-point shooters face an extra penalty in modern eras. Players selected within their eras will have no penalties. Special players. Oh, okay. So there's even like tags for some of these people. All right. You got a coach as well. Simulate a full season. Jesus. Awards and stats. So salary cap mode. This is deep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Quality. Okay. So all-time legends. All right. Okay. What era do you want to do?
Let's start off in this era, 2020s.
Okay, 2020s. Okay, 2020s. Oh, there's music. I don't know if people can hear the music.
Yeah, they can.
Okay, you just want to do a normal draft?
Yeah, normal draft.
All right. Okay. All right,
spin.
All right. Oh, Jokic.
Oh, it's easy.
Yeah.
We lit out here.
Okay.
Look at that. That's a good spin.
All right, we're Charlotte 2020s. Ugh.
Wait, did you lock him in?
Oh, I thought I did.
I don't think you did.
Oh, what the fuck? How did it not lock in? I clicked it. I placed it.
You gotta place it, and then I think you have to lock it in.
Oh, what? So is that a respin? Oh, so now I have no respins.
I think that's a respin. Start over.
I didn't. Usually you click it, place it. I did that, right?
No,
like everyone saw that.
But I should have said something.
Okay, I didn't know you have to like lock it in.
Yeah, you have to lock it in.
Oh, all right. Oh, my bad, everybody. Oh, all right. I mean, Well,
yeah.
Okay, so place. What do I? Okay.
What's his fit? What's his fit in the 2020s?
Not good. It's 60, but it's Wilt.
Yeah,
All right, so how do I lock it in? What do I have to hit
scroll
now?
down. Scroll down on the left.
Oh my gosh. All right. Okay, lock. All right. I didn't know that. I thought you just pick and place.
I got you.
Okay. Man, we had Jokic in the damn 2020s. It was a perfect start.
You know? Devin Booker.
Booker, yeah. All right, shooting guard. That's his natural position.
What's
Yeah,
his
era
name?
fit's good. Position fit. Okay. All right, lock him in.
There we go. Spin.
Ooh.
60s. Spin it.
Rick
Rick
Barry
Barry?
could shoot. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go with Rick Barry.
Let's see. The era fit's not
Let's fit.
great. The
What's his
position
fit?
fit's good. Do you want to respin?
What percentage is this fit?
I mean the position fit's there. The era fit's a 60.
Put him on the bench.
On bench. Okay. 13-minute guy.
Yeah.
This is the Hornets.
Kelly Tribeca coming off our bench.
Our bench sucks. What's Del Curry's fit? I kind of think Del Curry is
All right.
kind of
let's go with him.
nicer.
Yeah, let's go with him. Lock it in.
I feel like he's a better player. I mean, I don't know if he's a better overall player, but he's better fit on this team. All right, Knicks.
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, but we gotta.
We can't pick Brunson.
Yeah, we can't pick Brunson.
Carl Anthony Towns.
Towns at the power forward.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. We could put Brunson at the small forward. What's the knock on that? It's only a 10% knock if we put Brunson at the small forward.
I mean, I'm down if you are, but I think Towns.
That's a small lineup. Iverson and Brunson backcourt.
Yeah. I think Towns fits our team better.
Yeah. All right. Oh wait. Oh shoot. Oh, did I lock it in?
Did you?
Oh, I think I locked it. Oh, if I double click, it locks it in. Oh.
Yeah.
I was trying to click out of it. My bad. I was trying to click out of it.
I guess we just kind of picked.
Yeah, sure.
Oh man, yeah. All
right, so if I
there.
Yeah, if I double tap it, it locks it in. All right, I didn't realize that.
We draft a coach.
I got screwed over twice on this game.
You did.
I guess Lee Harrison.
Lee Harrison.
He's the best coach here.
Yep.
All right.
Season.
Oh, this team's trash.
Good. We're not good. Holy
all right.
shit. Oh, we're good.
I mean, not great.
Did we make the playoffs?
Yeah, did we? Wilt Chamberlain made
some late playoffs.
Oh, we made the playoffs though?
I think. I don't know. Some late playoffs. Oh, we lost.
Yeah, we got our ass beat.
We lost in the
Oh wait, that's game 1. Oh, we lost in the play-in. Oh.
Did we lose in the play-in?
No, next game. No, it says next game.
Next game? Okay.
Yeah, where does that look? I need like the standings here, right? I need to know.
No, they don't give you a standings.
We lost game 2. And we lost game 2. We lost game 3. And we got
We lost
swept.
game 4. We got swept.
Yeah, our asses got beat. Good spacing, good rim protection, average rebounding, good playmaking. Well, what was wrong with our team? What sucked?
No shooting.
I said we had good spacing though.
Okay.
Iverson was trash. Iverson shot 28% from 3.
Oof.
A lot of turnovers with Iverson and I mean, playing Brunson as small forward probably didn't help us.
No, it did not. It made us
We were
very
kind of
small.
undersized on defense. All right. Now that I
again?
get it a little bit, okay. All right, we'll play one more, at least one more. All right, what era do you want to do?
I'll let you choose this time.
All right, let's go with the 90s. 90s era.
Just pick motherfuckers pushing people.
What's that?
Just pick people that's gonna push people.
Yeah, we need defenses here. Players perform best on their home era drafting process. Okay, yeah, I already know that. I bet salary cap draft is really difficult. We'll have to do that probably on the 24-hour stream.
There you go.
All right.
I love they have different music depending on what era.
Oh, we got Jordan. Let's go.
Let's go!
Let's
We
go.
lit it. We lit it. We lit it. Look again.
Jordan. Okay. All right, good start. Cleveland in the 80s.
World be free. Welcome to
Yeah.
the team.
You want to do bench for World Be Free?
We can
Or
do bench
starter?
for World be free. We can do bench.
Bench 2?
Yeah,
Okay.
bench too.
Position fits good. Era fits good. He's got good, like, tag effects.
Here we go.
See, he's elite bench performer. Gets a +5 rating when playing off the bench. All right.
Nice.
I like that.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfection. We're off to a good start.
Yeah. So this is, all right. Oh, LeBron? Okay. Hold up.
James!
Hold up.
LeBron James!
This team's beastly right here already. We got LeBron and Jordan on this team.
Lock them in.
I don't like. I feel like no matter who else we have, we're in good shape.
We're at least making it into a good position in the playoffs.
Paul George off the bench.
Coming off the bench.
Yeah. Where you want to go bench on Paul George?
Either
B1 or
three
B-
or one.
He gets 6-man as well. He gets a boost. You want to do B3?
Put him at one.
You put him at 1?
1 or 3. Yeah, 1 or 3.
25 minutes. We'll put him at 3. We'll take a risk here.
Okay.
I feel like we've had such a good draft so far that it's kind of pressing our luck a little bit, but Cleveland in the 80s
Cleveland
again?
80s.
Jesus.
Ron Harper in our last bench spot.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Also, all right, I'm not mad at that. I swear to God, if we get Cleveland in the 80s again.
Like, how many times y'all gonna screw us over?
Detroit in the 2010s.
Blake Griffin?
All right. Blake, yeah. Blake is a starter?
Yeah. Power forward.
Power forward, yeah. How does Blake have a championship boost? I mean, come on now.
Does everybody have the same boost?
Like, Blake Griffin having that is kind of insane, right? No offense, but... Alright, Blake Griffin, power forward. Alright.
All right, we're
Out
off
of
to a
this
good
team so
one.
far.
We're
Yeah.
doing well. We're doing well.
Boston 2020s, all right.
Let's go, Tatum.
Tatum, where are we putting him?
Tatum
Top
coming
bench
off the
player?
bench.
Top bench player?
Tatum
Okay.
coming off the bench.
All right.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
All right.
We might build this beastly squad.
All right.
Tatum coming off the bench.
And we need a good point. Oh, Duncan! Duncan! Oh, shit! Oh! Oh, man.
Come on, y'all. We just need the point guard now. We just need
This
the
team's
point
nice. We have a respin, too. Oh, Isaiah. 90s
guard.
Isaiah?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. Defense. Yeah.
Yeah, 90s Isaiah. Jordan and Isaiah would kill each other.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it.
Yeah. Isaiah's 90s Isaiah was a perfect fit.
Yeah. Lock it in.
Okay, yeah.
Beastly squad. Isaiah, Jordan, LeBron, Blake Griffin, and Tim Duncan. With Tatum
Tatum
and
coming
Paul
off the
George
bench. Yeah.
coming off the bench.
All right, good coach here. We got 2 spins on the coach. Oh, Danny Ainge.
Danny
Yeah,
Ainge. Let's do it.
Okay. Yeah, A offense, B 25% in the playoffs.
Yeah, go ahead. Hey,
All right.
get him.
All right,
All right.
come on.
See,
Come on. This team's got to win at least. Yeah.
75 plus.
Yeah, this team's got to. Oh, look at this
Oh my
shit.
God!
Oh.
Let's go!
Oh.
Let's go! Back to back, baby!
Oh.
Back to back!
This team's so beastly. Jordan All-Star, Duncan Defensive Player of the Year, Tatum 6-man. If we lose in the playoffs, I swear to God. Like, who's beating us in the playoffs? Come on now.
Advance, you gonna auto advance or you gonna do it?
Nah, I'm going one by one. All right, swept the first round, swept the second round. Oh,
No,
lost. All right.
we lost the game. First game lost.
That's all right. We gave them a chance. All right, finals. This is the finals, right? Yeah, it's the finals.
Yeah.
Lost one game.
One game.
One game. All right, well, we beat that game.
That's 98-1. 98-1.
Oh, that was beastly.
That was beastly. I didn't even need to be like, this is the day. This is the day. We figured it out in like 2 tries.
Yeah, 2 tries. 2 tries, we got this. I mean, when you start with Jordan and LeBron, I mean,
it's over.
Like those were our
like,
first.
Vince Carter, like crap.
Those were 2 of our first 3 picks because we got Jordan, World Be Free, and then LeBron. Like, it's kind of over right there. Oh, what a beast team this was. All right, well, we've conquered Arrow Ball. That didn't take long.
Had 3 of the top 10 in our starting 5.
All right, we'll have to do salary cap mode because it's much harder, obviously, salary cap mode. But yeah, that team was beast right there. Jason Tatum coming off even Paul George coming off the bench. Like 2010's Paul George is nice. Man, what a team that was. Blake Griffin out here with Isaiah, Jordan, LeBron, and Tim Duncan. Blake Griffin just chilling. Like, what y'all need me to do?
He's like, I'll rebound. I'll do whatever. I'm this championship.
Yeah.
Average rebounding. Playmaking. Good shooting, good rim protection.
I mean, average rebounding. Come on now. Duncan, LeBron, Blake Griffin, they were rebounding the ball. Get out of here. Average rebounding.
Exactly. Tatum coming off the bench.
That's a beast team. Okay, well, we conquered Arrow Ball, everybody. Oh, salary cap limits you to 2 S tier players. That makes sense. Yeah, salary cap is going to be much tougher. We'll play that. We'll definitely be playing that during the 24-hour stream. And we got to play 6 rings as well. But back-to-back streams, SP3, 82-0, did it. 82-0 in Arrow Ball, killed it.
Boom.
And the championship on top of that.
And the chip, 1 loss.
One loss. What team beat us in that one game? Did we just get bored? We were like, you know what? Let's make it a little difficult. Let's spot them a game. You know,
it's like let's sit Jordan and LeBron for this one.
Yeah. What happened in that game?
Tatum and Paul George, y'all can start this one.
Like, what happened in that game? No, we haven't done. We haven't played 5-star Booker in a little bit, so I think that's probably a new addition, the GM mode, because I don't remember that being part of.
Remember that.
Yeah, we're gonna be playing this shit a lot on the 24-hour stream. Like, whether I'm playing it alone or SP3's here or anybody else is here, like, I'm gonna be playing the hell out of those games. Let everybody know where they can find you at SP3.
Find me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. I will be live in about 1 hour with Jimmy Macaram reviewing last night's AEW Dynamite Beach Break on AE Ramble on the True Hill Heat Wrestling YouTube channel. I loved last night's episode. Jimmy probably hated something on the episode, but he probably liked it overall. But he probably hated something on the show that I liked. So that's how it works. Join us over there. Come over and subscribe to True Hill Heat Wrestling YouTube channel. We got plenty of great stuff. Got the flagship podcast on Saturday. And of course, I'll be back here on Tuesday next week. And on the Fightful main channel, I'll be on the Collision post show on Saturday.
There you go. SP3, appreciate you. As always, guys, appreciate everyone hanging out for this show. We'll be back tomorrow. Myself and Joel, Jensen and I will be back tonight. Until then, everyone, take care. Enjoy your day.